On this episode of Fun with Cars, we're going to update the muffler on this here 1978 Porsche 924. This is my son's car. First car he bought when he was 16. So in my opinion, if you look at this exhaust, this is the factory, I guess, exhaust. It seems to, hang down too low. It reminds me of like a Dodge Omni muffler when I used to change exhaust systems at Meineke. And it hangs down real low. It doesn't sound that good. Here's an example of how it sounds. Then we'll compare it to how it sounds after the conversion. Alright, here's the muffler. This is like the worst muffler since the Chrysler K car. Somebody did some real good engineering here. So my plan, we want to change this muffler to something a little more stylish. The rest of the exhaust is rusty, crusty, but that resonator's leaking. So it's part of our issue. Sorry for the shakiness. I'm underneath the car on jag stands. I'm going to cut this right here. Take that clamp off. Take this bracket off, which is welded to this muffler. We're going to come up with our own system for that. Make it look clean. Okay, sawzalled the muffler off. Now I got to take the bracket off. Now look at that weld. Yeah, that looks like one of my welds. We're gonna get that bracket off, take the nuts off of that bushing. We'll take this muffler off, and then we're gonna see where we can make an improvement to this. Obviously this is not factory. I love how they left the hanger long here. Probably take that down and cut it. I don't know, we're gonna probably change that. We'll see. Now this is an awesome aftermarket exhaust hanger that they had up in there, and why zip that off where it's not needed? Just leave the whole thing hanging down. Anyways, we're going to clean this up and reuse it. I know should just probably replace it or change it, but this is a budget channel. We're on a budget. This is my son's first car. When he turned 16, he bought this one. He wanted something good on gas with a manual transmission. Well, I don't think you get any bit better of bang for the buck than a Porsche 924. Pretty cool for a first car as a first driver. So here we have the muffler. I cut the other muffler off, which I believe is a Chrysler K car muffler that probably an exhaust shop put on years and years ago. Cut that off. I got to cut this pipe to fit it so we get the right look. I think this will be an upgrade. It's obviously aftermarket, not factory look, but the exhaust that was on there was clearly something that was not from Porsche, so I have no problem with cutting it. Obviously, if you want to put a brand new exhaust system on your car, this isn't the video or the channel for that. Just having some fun, trying to upgrade the exhaust system that's on here. We got this project vehicle, it's a budget build, and we're going to make it a little nicer. So, show you what we're doing. Alright, so we're going to cut off this really nicely welded on, I assume this is a factory bracket with an aftermarket muffler. I wish this muffler had a number on it. It probably does somewhere. It is a 22286. If I was a betting man, I'd bet this is like a Dodge Omni, Chrysler K car muffler that they put on a Porsche. Hopefully our exhaust mod, getting rid of this, cleans it up a bunch and makes it look and sound a lot nicer. That's the goal. We'll see if that happens. So I'm going to cut this bracket off, try the sawzall. I have to get the torch out because there is some gobs of weld on there. there's like 4 pounds of MIG wire on here when they, yeah, there we go. We'll just ease this bracket off of here, like. No doubt, this was probably put on at like a box exhaust store, like Mighty, Meineke. I used to work at Meineke back in the day. Got to do some really cool exhaust work. That was kind of one of my favorite things to do. But this muffler replacement, probably from the 80s or 90s, yeah, it's time to go. Okay, wow, that's hot. Alright, got that bracket off and 85 pounds of MIG wire. Look at that there. Woo. Look at that chrome tip, man. That is hot. No, that's hot. Alright, we'll leave that be. Alright, here, well, still smoking from the weld, but here is the final muffler install. I really like the way that's tucked up in. I did use the factory bracket that I cut off the muffler, and I just took a quarter round. That's the paint burning off. I just spray painted it so it doesn't rust. This is all going to come out again because there's a resonator further up in the exhaust system that we're going to replace right there. I'm going to replace that. But let's test out to see how this sounds now with the upgraded muffler. Side view of it from the passenger rear quarter. I like the look of it. It's a lot better, I think. I think that sounds and looks great. You know, there's better looking setups, but in terms of a $50 upgrade to an exhaust that had already been replaced on a 78 Porsche 924, I really like how it turned out. Please thumbs up the video, like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.